But I think that we're going to have to put Oakland in that somewhere, John. Because I'm noticing a trait here. We're taking Oakland out of everything, including the residents that are from here. If you look at this flag that's flying above City Hall here on the corner, that used to say Oakland Athletic A's. It now just says athletics.
Just like.
We have no sports teams here anymore. The ones that are here are fleeting. When do we stop outsourcing? When do we stop exporting? I'm from Oakland. I was born here. Oakland means something to me. But as I look around, I see that there's not too many of me around. I come from a okay family, you know. When I first got here to Oakland, excuse me guys, it was predominantly black individuals with their own businesses here. What happened here is a travesty. I was proud to be black when I got here. It didn't mean anything before because I didn't understand. But when I got here, I saw that we're all like the same. You know, here's this guy who's running his business right over there, shoe business. The cleaners my grandmother owned, not too far from here. I think it's time that we reinvest in Oakland. Not Oaklandish. No, this is Oakland. There's a D at the end of that. There is no ish. Because if you don't, then we might as well rename the city. Now, this is my city. We've welcomed a lot of people here, and we do that with open arms. But I'm Oakland. And I shouldn't walk down the street and have people turn away from me as if I don't belong.
Right.
Make me feel uncomfortable because I'm trying to get from point A to point B. If I'm not hurt, harming, or hindering you, say hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
That's right.
An act of kindness shouldn't be earned. We should just do that for one another. You know, when somebody walks past you, you can't help but to feel their spark. We all have the spark. So, this community that we brought, that we've, not just me, that we cultivated along with a lot of supporters. These environments need to exist. These environments are the reason why I am here. If they were not here, I probably would not be, because I was going to commit suicide. Instead of that, I found a piece of land, brotherhood, love, confidence, direction, structure. These are all the things that you do not see in these encampments, but exist. We help each other, we support each other, we pull each other through. I was almost fighting with this guy yesterday. I would never hit him, he'd never hit me, but it didn't look like that. This is my brother. I'll go through hell and hot water with him. From these communities. We give the crane property. You know, we give endangered species property. Why not invest in these positive environments that already exist? Stop pushing and pulling individuals. It's perpetuating the problem. It's not healing anything. I don't know about you guys, but I need a little healing. You know, when you have people asking you for help, They're not just doing it just because, it's a walk in the park for them. It takes a lot for a person to say, I need help. A whole lot. So when they do ask, you give them the wrong thing. You give them what they're not asking for. They don't want to invest in what they really need. So I'm here to bring awareness to these encampments that exist. They need to exist, but they need resources. There's 22 acres on the other side of where I am that we've been trying to get for the longest. It just sits there empty. There's vast amount of properties all throughout Oakland that can be invested in Oakland residents. And like I said, we welcome people with open arms. So that means once you've come here, if you're living here, you are Oakland, not Oaklandish. You're Oakland because we adopt people quick. You know what I'm saying? You are our family. I'm Oakland, and if nobody told you, you're my family. You guys all mean something to me because we are all connected in one way or another. If we do not fix the problem, it's going to be right next to you because it won't go away. Don't evict people without places to send them.
Right.
How could you? I mean, where are they supposed to go? We understand that it pads your pockets. But we're saying we're tired of padding your pockets.
Yeah.
We're tired of paying your PG&E bill. That's on all night long. How do you think that's paid? We pay it. Homeless people spend a lot of money, more than the average citizen. You know that. That's why you're not trying to fix our problem. Well, we don't want you to fix it for us. We want you to assist us. And I think that you guys have the means in which to do so.
That's right.
So, release the bank. My name is Lamonte Ford. I'm going to pass it now to my brother Jonathan. Oh, to Kelly. I'm sorry. Get behind Carol Fife, please. And let these people know that we need this space, okay?
Hello everyone, my name is Kelly Castillo, and I live on Wood Street, and I have for the past 3 years. I'm not as eloquent as Monte, where he can just speak off the top of his head, so I had to write this down a little bit. I've been told that what I say is impactful, yet I don't feel I'm communicating just how serious, how urgent our needs are. We're in a state of emergency. It's bigger than that. It's total cataclysm, complete devastation. We can't wait around. We usually get an hour to grab what we consider most valuable and move on. The bureaucracy has to get it together. It takes them 6 months to a year. It just doesn't cut it. People are being displaced now. People are being criminalized and exposed to violence right now. Right now. What's the point of declaring homelessness an emergency if you're not going to cut through the red tape and get something done? Your sanctioned parking lots have unreasonable rules and restrictions. You're excluding people arbitrarily and breaking up our community, which also is our support system and my family. You need to open up the lots, allow us to bring community, to bring our community without restrictions as to who and when and how. We're capable of governing ourselves without third-party service providers. Allow us a reasonable amount of time to become established and capable of moving up, and we're capable of moving up on our own. And for council that is unaware or needs to be reminded of what emergency means, emergency means serious or dangerous situation requiring immediate action. And immediate means done at once, instantaneous. And that's the type of help that we need right now. Thank you.
Now, I wish I had prepared something. I will say that before I try to come up with words, that I recently in the past several weeks I've been at a loss for words repeatedly with the combination of incredible violence and inconsideration from the folks that say they're looking out for our best interests and are giving people the help they need, quote unquote, but balanced at the same time with an incredible force of care and empowering community that has like thrived and beat against that violence at the same time. Like there are a lot of, as Sade put it, a lot of soldiers of love on Wood Street, and it's been an honor to stand with them and be welcomed among them. I'm not a long-time Oakland resident. I moved out here in like June 2021, but it became evident as I got more involved in doing like advocacy and enjoy it, and that was like what I wanted to devote my life to, that I was not going to be able to keep my job or pay rent. And fortunately, my Wood Street family welcomed me with open arms, and I can't begin to describe how thankful I am for that, and like to have that already built safe space like there to fall into. A lot of people are not that fortunate, and like all the teachings and time spent together has been so life-changing. And like, yeah, we need the resources now, but like we got this. Like we're already doing what folks need. Like we're already looking out for each other. It's just with what means we have, and that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way like what we have on earth is supposed to be used. It's supposed to be for all. It doesn't belong to anybody, but we find what we can and we do what we will, and we look out for one another. And they want to isolate us. They want to put us in little boxes. They want to keep us separate, out of sight, out of mind. They don't want us to care, because as soon as you start caring, you see the facade. You see how they're draining us every day and keeping us from actually living. Like, coming to Wood Street, I found out like what it means to be alive, really. Like, because I feel you, Monte, when you say there's times that you didn't want to be here. I've been there, and like my time here has really showed me the value in being here. So I just love you all so much, and thank you for standing with us today.
Happy birthday!
So I'm going to welcome John to speak.
Just like Jazz, I'm unprepared. Didn't write down anything. Sort of overwhelmed with everything that's been going on over the last couple of months with evictions and planning stuff, and just seeing all the support out here is like freaking amazing. The deal pops out of nowhere. Yeah. You know, I want to say thank you guys. Like, the house is getting bigger, so I feel like we're doing what's necessary to get awareness put out there. Some understanding. We're down here today because we want to put pressure on the city council today with another, I guess, vote about the 22 acres. Carol Pfeiffer is pushing for 8 acres of the 22 acres for us to be able to exist on. We know there's a bunch of red tape that's going to, even if they do say yes, there's money that needs to be involved. There's red tape that needs to be cut for us to be able to even go over there. There's contracts and waivers that need to be signed. So today, hopefully they say yes so that process can start, so that hopefully next year there's a bigger place for the unhoused to exist. And when I speak of the unhoused, I don't just speak of Wood Street unhoused. I want everybody to remember that there's a whole city, a whole county, a whole state, country for that matter, with unhoused people out there, and they need to, it needs to be addressed. Everyone needs some sort of housing. It's not all the same housing. It's putting everybody into a box. There's multiple ways that people can be housed and be secure and be happy and live their lives. It doesn't have to be a life of 9 to 5 and spending all your money to pay rent to barely keep up with that, you know. So we're out here and we want you guys to put pressure on your district representatives, your city council members, the mayor, Libby Schaaf, blah, our state senator, our Assemblywoman Mia Bonta. We just took a bike ride up there a couple weeks ago. Made it up to Sacramento on our bikes, pedaling. Got lost a bunch of times. Yo, P, what's up? We made it up there. We actually got 2 appointments, and we were able to speak to Mia Bonta's, I think it's her aide, and then we got into Senator Skinner's office. We actually talked to her for a split second on the phone, but she called her chief of staff. We said hello, and she said hello back, so that was nice. But the main accomplishment was that we made it up there together. Like, getting to their office, that's cool, but it was a lot cooler. All these cats back here together, like, riding, cussing each other out, But that was a real accomplishment. Just being to spend time with them and meeting with another unhoused community up there and opening up a lot for them. And I've been following Sanchez on Instagram and posting, and they threw a few parties, meet and greets up there. They just grown. They're blossoming as a organizer and a homeless, unhoused community up there, fighting for rights of the unhoused people and stuff. And it's beautiful to see that we are able to be a part of that, that growth and stuff. That's amazing. Those are the important things. And seeing all you guys out here supporting us and hopefully passing on the message, about the unhoused and putting out there that we are people. We do the same things that everybody else does. Another thing last night happened was we were moving all the Cobb houses over to our spot. It was amazing because all this money was raised in a couple of days from Cobb on Wood and from the community to move these structures. And then the people moving them were the community members, people that are unhoused. Pierre and Henry and a bunch of other people got together, put gas in their vehicles, drug a container down the street in the middle of the night. That was crazy. Monty's on top of it screaming directions. We're like, oh my God, it's dark. What's going on? But that was amazing to see that, just that community come together. But I just want to say thank you guys for being out here and supporting us. We have a vote. They're going to talk at 10 o'clock, and we want everybody to call in and voice their concerns or their support for the unhoused community. And I'm going to turn this over to Coachy.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. How are we feeling? Were those words inspiring? Yeah, do people feel energized to create community with one another? And to invite into this reciprocal community relationship those that stand inside these walls? Yeah, because I do. My name is Xochitl Bernadette Moreno, and I'm the co-founder and director of EFAM, Essential Food and Medicine. And we were one of the founding partners of Cobb on Wood, which was a beautiful, inspirational project. It was an eco-village that we built out underneath the 880 freeway as part of the Wood Street encampment. And we had the pleasure and the honor of serving this community and building community together. It was a project that was built by housed and unhoused people working together, by a vision that came from the residents themselves. Through our work during the pandemic, we're building relationships out there, getting hand washing stations, water access points, basic things that folks needed, right? And as we were bringing fresh juice and herbal medicine to the people, we started this vision, and we had a thing called What's Your Medicine? Because we believe that everybody has a unique medicine, a unique something to contribute in this world. And so we brought healers of all kinds and all stripes out to Wood Street. Yeah, massage and acupuncture and all kinds of things. And then folks were like, wow, this is beautiful. We need more of this. And so someone came and was like, hey, Mona's like, yo, I've always been wanting a garden. Like, can we get a garden? And so that's how it started. And then Dimitri says, we've all really been thinking we need a kitchen. We need a place where we can all come together and cook together. And then wonderful allied organizations always come and they'll be dropping off donations, and there needed a place for donations to come, and a free store where people could have access, get the things they need. A pop-up clinic where people could get their Narcan or different supplies to keep themselves safe, harm reduction supplies. So, from there, this vision built, and we started to fundraise and ask the community, okay, how can we support people in their self-determination, right? And having a say. It's not just about let me take that sandwich. No, like, people don't just want you to come by and throw a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at them, or like come and drop off like a garbage bag full of clothes. Like, that's not community. That's not actually helping. So, it's when we can reach across the divide and actually like build relationships. Like, these are some of my best friends, and so I think that what I'm here today to do in asking for the use of the North Gateway parcel and asking City Council to open up those 8 acres, cut through that red tape, okay? We, talk about a waiver. We all know all of West Oakland is toxic. Let's see some bioremediation, and who can do it? Who knows how to do it? The people that planted the gardens, okay? The people that actually know how to be in relationship to land because they are living on the land every day, okay? The people that are breathing the fresh air, and that's what kept them safe during COVID, let me just say. So, it's important that we support people in self-determination and that we do it in a different way. So, not just open up the North Gateway parcel, but open it up in a way for self-governance, in a way where some of these leaders standing before you could actually maybe be the ones getting paid. We don't need to go contract out to Boss, to some other, corporate company that's trying to come in and give us a 10 o'clock curfew, say your kids can't come visit you, say you can't cook yourself your own meal. No, I'm sorry. These are the leaders that have the answers. Let's ask them what they need. Let's work with them. Let's lift up those solutions because this is not working, Oakland. I'm sorry, Libby Schaap. I'm sorry, City Council. That audit of that $69 million to fight homelessness, you know what? We have a home. It's right here. And these folks had homes. Y'all just tore it down. You let Caltrans come in and demolish people's homes. Okay? And then you push them out onto the streets of Oakland, and Oakland residents, Oakland people be coming out being like, I don't want that in my backyard, And then what did we do? We went to the town hall, the District 3 town hall, right? And what did we do, Monte? We talked. We built relationships with people. And you made an agreement with your neighbor who came out. This woman was like really trying to fight Monte. And in the end, they were hugging. Right? And they had an agreement to work together because that's what Oakland is. You want to say, Oakland, that we love life? Show how we love life. We love each other. We take care of us, okay? And so that's what we're doing here today. That's what we're inviting the City Council into relationship into this love of life through actually having each other's backs. Open up the North Gateway parcel. Stand with Carol Fife because she knows what's up. Okay? And we got this, everybody. Thank you so much. All right, so we got one more speaker, but before we do, we're gonna have some words from Boots, who's gonna tell us a little bit about that process. Oh, okay, we got James too.
So I'm going to introduce Kevin to the mic because he has a voice as well.
Okay, I'm kind of scared to be here, like, I'm not a lot of business. Okay, but it's come to my notice that we, our homeless encampments, are just a gathering of people that, we don't have no place, we don't have nobody, and it's our right to gather together and to be, to make our dreams come true wherever we be. That's part of America, and it's come to my notice that there's a lot of people wandering around here that aren't part of our camp that should have a voice to speak for them. And I just noticed the old people look like they're like having hard times, and Chinese people, different people from different cultures, they belong here, okay? And the city council, needs to realize that we're all people, and they came from parents, and they came from old people, and you know, and the sooner that we take realization of other people, you know, like you know, they're just people driven to the ground, and they're wandering around here with us, and what do? We have to take them in, we have to help feed them, we have to invite them to where we are that is nowhere. But like I think that I have a home, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but if we don't have some authority that realizes that, you know, we're here to have our homes like they have their homes, then and you know, people are people. So you know, if you gotta look out for everybody. We're here to look out for everybody, and that's what we do.
Okay, I would like to welcome Tiny to the microphone, and we have 2 more after her.
Evicted, swept, and kicked. I want you to listen. Evicted, swept, and kicked. Because settler towns like this don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm a poverty scholar, that houseless mama, that houseless daughter, all those people you don't want to see, never want to be, look away from me. What you gonna do? Arrest we? We're in their city. How about that?
That's right.
So I wanted to pull this beautiful sign, and you notice all our signs are tired and old, right? Because we keep bringing them every time and telling the same story. House keys, not sweeps. End evictions save lives. My point is, end evictions save lives. Evictions are elder and child abuse. Let's get that clear. Poor Magazine was able to prove that actually inside their settler laws back in 2014 when they evicted 100-year-old black elder, Iris Canada, Ibaye, who died 2 weeks after that eviction. Ron Lickers, Elaine Turner, and on the list goes. And what does the list come to? That Mama Earth is not for sale. So can I get a witness on Mama Earth is not for sale? This idea that human beings do not deserve a roof because they don't have enough bloodstained dollars is old. It's ancient. It's the settler colonial lies that these colonizers stole this indigenous territory behind. And we're done with that. We're in the 21st century and Mama Earth is under attack. So our brothers and sisters, and I'm one of them, of the unhoused nation, how about that? The unhoused nation deserves liberation. We are the future. We are the liberators. Who's impacted first and worst by so-called climate change, aka Mama Earth terrorism? Those of us who are on Mama Earth all the time. And so, at the end of the day, all that our brothers and sisters are asking for is to live on Mama Earth without being arrested. How is that a crime? Right, so we have to decolonize our minds, family. We do not want that land so that we can buy it. Oh no, we want it so we can take care of it, like they have done on Wood Street, like they have loved on Sacramento, like they have loved at DP Stokeland. And for those of you who do not know where I come from, I'm coming from homefulness, a homeless people solution to homelessness that we are building in Deep East Occupied Uchin right now. And these settler colonial liars, they wouldn't even let us build homefulness. So don't get it twisted, family. What Monte says, what John says, what Jazz says, what all these warriors, Sochi says is oh so true. Because no matter how hard we work, and no matter how hard we go through their hoops, they continue to block us because they don't want Mama Earth to be liberated. So I am going to ask, as I close out, that everybody join me in a prayer. If you can bend down or if you can reach down. Because prayer is important in this work, family. I want to shout out to our brothers and sisters from the Ohlone Lashon Nation who suffered the first form of brutal removal and eviction called colonization. And are still here 529 years fighting. Shout out to Karina and Deja and Cheyenne and Kai and so many of our brothers and sisters and our warriors still here fighting for Mama Earth. Land back. I want to scream out and shout out to every single ancestor of the lie of capitalism called homelessness, who have died on these streets, have died through these evictions. I want you to hold in your heart Desiree Quintero, Luis Dimitri Gongora, Pat, Stephen Taylor, Luis Demage, burned alive for sleeping outside. And all the other names I'm not mentioning, and sadly there are so many. I want to shout out to the warriors who are here at Wood Street, who are holding down this beautiful part of Mama Earth and not giving up, can't stop, won't stop, because this is our life. I want to shout out to my mama Deepa, without whom there would be no me, and my warrior family at Prensa Report magazine. I want to shout out to these warriors at Kaban Wood, and I want to shout out and love out to Mama Earth, for without whom there would be no us. Ashe Ho Umadeo. Thank you, everybody.
So, I would like to acknowledge a few people from my camp. It is such a huge pleasure to see our brothers and sisters arrive here today. It's real big for me. I just said earlier today that, John, let's discuss what do we do, what do we say to some of our brothers now, some of our sisters now. So although